Person who fired a shot in self-defense at this Hy-Vee store on Sunday had a cart full of groceries, and that's when, according to Des Moines police, she was blindsided, beaten, and put in a headlock.
People have to make that decision. Am I in fear for my life? If this person knocks me out, are they going to take my weapon and use it against me?
John McLaughlin with the Iowa Firearms Coalition says that's the split-second decision somebody has to make when they fire their weapon in self-defense. In this case, the woman being attacked fired one shot, hitting Kapri Lashawn Francis.
Iowa law allows for use of reasonable force to stop someone from hurting you or someone else, and that includes deadly force under certain circumstances.
The woman who fired the gun in self-defense is not facing any charges. Meanwhile, Francis has been charged with assault causing bodily injury. Des Moines Police Sergeant Paul Parisic says the two women know each other, but this was a totally unprovoked attack. He sent KCCI a statement saying, quote, lawfully possessed and responsibly handled firearms can enhance public safety. McLaughlin agrees, saying using a weapon in this case seems appropriate.
If the firearm is the way to go, if you're clearly having your life threatened and you know that the next second you're going to get choked out and you might have your firearm taken and used against you, certainly that would be appropriate.
Hy-Vee sent me a statement saying, quote, we follow all state laws when it comes to the lawful possession of firearms by the general public. Now, after the bullet passed through Francis, another person was wounded. Coming up tonight at 6, we dive into a gun owner's responsibility when they fire a weapon in self-defense. In Des Moines, Scott Carpenter, KCCI 8 News, Iowa's News.
New tonight, Iowa's Stand Your Ground law is being tested. It comes after a shooting at Hy-Vee on Des Moines' east side. Police say the shooter acted in self-defense, and KCCI's Bo Bowman has why they could still be slapped with a civil lawsuit.
That if I were the innocent bystander, that's the one that got shot in the foot, I'd sue both of them.
West Des Moines lawyers Bill Cutmas and Trevor Hook say the person who was hit by either the bullet or debris at Hy-Vee on Euclid Avenue Sunday could file a lawsuit against both the accused attacker and the shooter, despite the shooter given immunity through the Stand Your Ground law.
Once the bullet traveled through the aggressor, hit the other person, there is no such immunity.
Stand Your Ground is Iowa's self-defense law, allowing citizens to use deadly force to defend themselves or others if they perceive an imminent threat. Hook and Cutmas say the bystander could sue for medical expenses, pain and suffering, and permanent impairment if their foot never heals correctly. They argue that the law provides someone with immunity to defend themselves only against their attacker and only if they use what's called reasonable force.
It's in a Hy-Vee. It's a crowded area. You got to be careful if you're using deadly force, especially a gun or something that can travel in a crowded area. So that may very well get past a summary judgment in a civil case and be allowed to go to a jury.
Right now, only the person who police say initiated the attack, Kapri Lashawn Francis, has been charged with assault causing injury.